Hi there, gentlemen. It's Nilo here. How are you doing? This channel is called Project Rebuilding the Man, which I welcome you to. I'm starting this channel to pay it forward, to give you the encouragement, support, understanding, and resources in a community based on brotherhood to help you through whatever life brings your way. When I think about my own changes, such as a divorce, having to relocate my life, go to court, dealing with lawyers, going through depression, all that bullshit, all those difficulties of starting new, I realized that I was actually not starting from scratch. Oftentimes we think we are starting over, but not really. We are starting from a place of untapped experience. I already had a foundation and tools to rebuild, but I knew it was going to be one of the hardest things I had to do in my life. And now that I'm in a far better place, it was one of my goals, my main goals, to help build something I wish I had when I was going through my own shit, and perhaps avoid costly mistakes and not to waste valuable time, but also to position myself in the best possible outcome. This is what I want for you. This is why the Forge is here. And welcome to Project Rebuilding the Man. I'd like to get into a personal story. I'd like to share with you on how Project Rebuilding the Man started for me. Spoiler alert, in the end, I chose to not let it define me. It tried to defeat me in the beginning. It tried to strip away all that I thought I was and deserved. It tried to make me think I was not good enough. It tried to change everything I had ever known, and mostly, it tried to show me I should give up. I think we all could relate to that at one point or another in our lives. That it really doesn't matter anymore. What mattered is how I used the tools to make me stronger. I found a level of faith and peace that inspires me to this very day. I awakened the man, that fighter in me to create this rebuilding mission, and that is the life that I want to live. And that it should mirror what I value through my own actions. So here goes the story. Unfortunately, the story I'm about to tell you is sadly too common these days. I had gone through a divorce, a long marriage. I have really great kids, and there was so much that I did not know on how that divorce would impact them. I also missed them so much, so that it drove me into a constant state of depression, where most men sit until the legal system has gone through its process and continued to beat you down. I also dealt with a new job with not a great boss where trust was hard. I also lived in a new city that my family had moved to when I had relocated for work. Compound that with a lack of a social life and with no real friends, this was a recipe for a deep loneliness and a deepened feeling of abandonment. I did not build my life at that time where I could be self-fulfilled. I had a long way to go, but with the help of others and other men that went through what I was going through now, I could see the light, and then something amazing happened. I knew that I could do it. Once that light turned on, all things were possible, as long as I was willing to build a plan and to stick to it. In reflection, I realized I built my life around others by fulfilling their needs and to place their needs above my own for a very long time. I originally built my life on a house of cards, which at the time seemed quite natural, as I could not see the consequences that would eventually hit me down the road. It was then easy for it to all fall apart once hard times hit. At that point, it left me suddenly having to figure out how to rebuild what was missing, while dealing with the conflict of a questionable legal system around custody, support, expensive lawyers, finding a home to live in, making my home suitable for my kids, having to live in on a small budget, and depleting all the resources I had just to survive. This is the reality of today. When I suddenly found myself in a dark place, not knowing which direction to turn, that's when I realized the next lesson, that I relied on others far too much to give me what I needed, instead of fulfilling that for myself. I needed to become not only a pattern recognition expert in seeing things in myself and others, I needed to start to fulfill my own needs and to develop myself so I don't ever come back to this frickin' place again. Being in survival mode sucks, guys, to say the least. And I know I was there for a long time and what seemed like for an eternity. I know some of you are in that place today, but it can and does get better if you are willing to put in the hard work, but in a different and more intentional way by living simply, changing what you value and how you value it, and ultimately change the rules of the game on how you define your own success and fulfillment. At Project Rebuilding the Man, this is where we meet each other. Over here, what I'd like to call the Forge, a place where men rebuild their lives and we sharpen each other. I'm focusing primarily on men, as that is where my experience is based, but that does not mean that some of the concepts and tools don't apply to others. I'd like to use the Forge as a symbol for us as we rebuild our lives. Imagine a forge as a journey of rebuilding a man. The moment he decides to change, the fire is lit. Resilience is like iron, it's fundamental. Adaptability is like flexible steel. Integrity, like gold, is precious and incorruptible. As the metal heats, the man becomes open to change. Life's trials, like the forge's heat, burn away impurities, fear, self-doubt, resentment. The blacksmith's tools, self-awareness, patience, discipline, to name a few, shape the metal. The forge continues by you hammering out the impurities, hammering them away. The final forge tool is a symbol of purpose. It's strong, precise, and intentional. The final step is cooling. It represents reflection, emerging stronger each time. In Project Rebuilding the Man, the coach is the blacksmith, guiding men step by step through heating, hammering out doubts, and cooling into their new purpose. It's a continual cycle of refining and emerging to become stronger. The forge behind me is our call to action, gentlemen. Wherever you are in this world, however you arrived by your circumstances, whether it's divorce, separation, heartbreak, job loss, grief, this channel is meant to give you the encouragement, direction, and inspiration you need to change your life. Based on real experiences, and not just from me, but from experts in the field, and men who have gone through perhaps what you are going through right now to help you along your way. Make no mistake, we are going to be going through some real heavy shit here, and is meant for adults dealing with real world problems. This channel will also give you the tools to reflect and think about what we learned. The good, the bad, the ugly, all that crap that happened in your life along the way. We will even get to a point to laugh in hindsight at the circumstances that was once so debilitating now became the fuel to get us off our ass and move us forward. I promise you that your future is bright, but you have to make a choice now to step into it. Accept what happened and move forward one step at a time, one day at a time, because each step will give you the strength and momentum you need to rebuild your masterpiece, to reveal who you truly are. And guess what? He was always waiting for you. But you are not alone in this fight. We do this together. My stories and the stories of other men that I will show you range from various backgrounds, religions, beliefs, ages, those who have suffered severe trauma and fought their way back to becoming a rebuilt man. This is where we meet each other. As iron sharpens iron, so too you will also be sharpened. Let me also explain what this channel is not. This is not a channel to seek to blame others. It's not a channel to think that life is not fair. This is not a channel of excuses. And certainly, it's not a channel that believes that life's limitations will stop us and beat us down. Consistency, persistence, and determination all starts with one step, and is what you will need to push yourself into your new beginning, which starts right now. What we will do is acknowledge that people, events, and circumstances may have changed our life in the way that we did not expect or even want, but we are not bound to them here, and we must take control of our thoughts and planned actions to move into outcomes we will form into. We will go into the forge, and through careful sculpting, we'll burn away the impurities and rebuild the life we truly wanted. But guess what? You know what's around the corner for you? New experiences for you to pursue, and they can even be even more meaningful than what you had and even what you thought you had, because you are now more experienced on how you look at something instead of just focusing on how it felt. What you are observing now through natural instinct was that your life was predictable and stable, and now it has become unpredictable and feels less stable, and now you have to sit with the pain and loss from it. And this sucks. You know, this may lead to all sorts of emotions, to include blame, anger, frustration, to say the least. And the most dangerous question of all is why. I know I went through all of that. We think that getting to the answer of why will make us feel better and happier and comfort the loss. Why keeps you stuck in the past? But the past is done. And as hard as it may seem, moving forward is your best option. And it will feel foreign to you as you try to hold on. But you must fight that temptation to stay in the pain and dissect the why in 100 different ways. You may ask, how do I do this when the pain is so intense? New distractions, my brothers, new but healthier distractions. This is where introducing new habits and new routines into your life will help you recover and make you stronger. And we will cover this in a series of Project Rebuilding the Man. I'll share them with you at the end of this video. If you'd like to share your own experiences, please share them in the comments section after the video, because that will continue to build and perhaps change someone else's life and their point of view to move forward. I'll do my best to review and respond to your comments, and who knows, you might end up on the show to share your life's experiences as iron sharpens iron. You will rebuild and become the strongest version of yourself you never thought possible. Use your pain and transform it into power. Let's do this. So until next time, this is Nilo signing off, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, brothers.
Hey, yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor. Made for the climate, forged in the fire. They want us to fall, we taking it higher. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor. Made for the climate, forged in the fire. They want us to fall, we taking it higher. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor.
And I've been hard to kill. High speed, my hands off the wheel. NZT, I've been off the pill. MVP when I show my skill. Horror scene if I lose my chill. Bodies dropping and blood gets spilled. Doing drills, try kinging hills. Knicks swinging steel till my throne get built. Crown me, they already finished. As God is my witness, I know I was made from his image. I'll go up against me as crickets. I'll burn a few bridges as long as you sleep with the fishes. The path that I walk ain't the quickest. I scan for the divots and find a way over the ditches. The money and everything else that comes with it is all within limits. I get it, I got it. Line on my enemies, watch how they dropping. Stop it, treat my mentality like I'm psychotic. Iconic, my word is my bond, I'm keeping my promise. I got this, we fall just to get up as part of the process. Don't stop it.
Temperature rising, I'm a survivor. Made for the climate, forged in the fire. They want us to fall, we taking it higher. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor. Made for the climate, forged in the fire. They want us to fall, we taking it higher. The temperature rising, I'm a survivor.
fire, 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 fire. Want us to fall, want us to fall. Can't kill me, can't kill me.